Reading chapter 120 of the One Punch Man webcomic. So Saitama, who hasn't been paying any attention whatsoever, has been sweet-talked and seduced and now wined and dined by a Sweet Mask. Sweet Mask has a plan that actually sounds, at least so far, surprisingly benevolent, surprisingly caring about humanity, selfless, not entirely driven by ego and lust for power, which is to turn Saitama into the world's first superhero. Someone who can lead all of the other heroes, inspire unwavering, overwhelming hope and comfort and peace among the populace, quite like All Might in Boku no Hero Academia. Um, and I think it makes a lot of sense. I think that's one of the stronger points of the kind of thematic lore, the thematic world of Boku no Hero Academia, is the idea that there's the super charismatic, always smiling #1 hero that makes everyone feel at peace, even though it's not really feasible that he can solve each and every incident. They put their faith in him regardless, and the fact that Sweet Mask is trying to replicate that in the world of One Punch Man, I have no idea how successful that's going to be, but it makes a lot of sense. It's a very interesting development. It's not a treat. This is high-intensity training. I've been explaining this multiple times. You can cancel 2 days of scheduled activities for this. Bring your power. I'm not sure about your principal values or nature. I want you to teach you everything I know in order for you to... Okay. Okay, I don't really get it. I'm not really sure what this sort of training is supposed to get across. Very generous budget for your makeover. Extensive star quality training. Ah, so it's about the image. The image that they want to cultivate in Saitama. Unbreakable will. Hero must always be strong, elegant, and victorious. Close enough. Just like movies and animation will fill people with courage, I believe it's possible to create a hero in real life whose very existence acts as a pillar in people's hearts. Exactly, exactly. The symbol of peace. Yeah, I think this is a really interesting plotline. Just because they're, I don't know, it's like we're suddenly talking about the political kind of side. Not quite political, I guess, but the populace, I guess is what I'm talking about. The opinions of the common people, who often in the series are just kind of a crowd yelling at something, running away from something, booing something, or cheering something on. Wake up, Cake Baldy-kun, it's only been 20 minutes. Summarize the above. The appearance is extremely important. Even heroes are no exception. He looks great. Drooling. Do not want to become popular. Character design is rough around the edges. This stuff could be a beauty maker of the highest standard. I'll grind you down thoroughly, so you better be prepared. Ooh, he already signed the contract. He already signed the contract. Saitama, oh no. But really, I mean, who cares? Like, what is he afraid of? What are they gonna do to him? Oh, this is so crazy. The fashion coordinator. Clothes must be extravagantly designed so everyone wants to copy to you. Voice trainer. Your voice must be clean, energetic, and a little sensual. You'll release singles in the future? Oh man, I hope we get to see that. I hope we get to hear that in like 2037 when the anime has caught up to the remake, which is caught up to this arc. We'll get to hear Saitama sing. Speech consultant. Probably be increasing opportunities for public speech. We must practice in advance. Hairstylist. Your hairstyle must be more acceptable for the public. Smile in front of children. Look sharp and determined during battle. Do not forget to... I actually didn't look at the camera. I looked at where the camera is on my OBS layout. Do not forget to always look at the camera. That was I think I was looking at the camera. Character design. Your costume, hero name, and killer move while conducting hero activities need a complete overhaul. I'll brainstorm with you. Oh, he did buy it from a party catalog. Oh man, the origin, the origin of the iconic Saitama costume has been again in a beautiful anticlimax explained in one panel. It was from an online costume catalog store. The handsomeness part. Your final goal is to become someone like me. Each level will be called Handsomely Masked Sweet Mask. Whoa, Saitama, please. You don't know who I am. What movies or TV drama? Yeah, Saitama doesn't watch TV. He likes video games. He likes manga. He doesn't watch TV. He's a little out of touch. I like that. That's cute. That's endearing. Don't know what's going on in the world. You should continue your hero activities. If you feel it's too hard, only doing hero activities for fun. Woo! I'm impressed with Sweet Mask. Very quickly he adapts. Maybe this is the mindset of a true hero. Took Garo an entire arc. Start figuring stuff like that out. Nah, Garo's lessons were a bit different, but apologies, there'll be some slight changes to the plan. Talk with him a little more. Everyone please be on standby. I wanted to abolish the S-class heroes. After all, I'm in a position to advise the upper management. All way too selfish and unruly. We need now are heroes who can respond to the demand and expectations of the public. So when he says abolish the S-class hero, he doesn't just mean, well, I'm not sure what he means. He could mean reclassifying them into like A-class heroes, just removing the specialness from their existence. Or he could mean just all of those people stop being heroes and they just go back to strong-ass weirdos doing whatever. Either way, it's removing the specialness that I think he feels feeds their egos, that allows them to think they're above taking commands, that they just kind of act willy-nilly. They only defend certain areas or fight certain monsters or whatever. I think that's the problem he has. And I guess that's why he was so adamant about gatekeeping S-class, that he just remained as A-class number 1, is because he knew as soon as someone made S-class, their ego became insufferable. They just rampaged on their own. Blast is also completely incompetent. It's no good if we don't even know who he is. True, true. Again, a mention of Blast is pretty hype. Only when hope is visualized can it bring people positivity and the will to march forward. A grand justice like the sun that can illuminate the world, an ideal hero. A great hope, one who actually exists and can be seen with one's own eyes. That's what I want. First off, I think this is all very interesting because it feels very much like the inverse of the Garo arc. The Garo wanted to be the absolute monster, the absolute villain that could unite everyone in a similar fashion against him, right? It's a classic motivation for villain plot lines and stuff. An interesting one, a good one. So here, it's the kind of natural inverse of that it has the same uniting effect, the same kind of inspiring effect, but in a positive way. There doesn't actually need to be this great evil. So yeah, I'm curious to see how they're going to break down this ideology, which I think is kind of the direction we're going. There's no way that his plan is gonna work, especially not with Saitama, but in general, I think we're gonna see the flaw of this sort of thinking. But this is interesting too. Why don't you become that yourself? Already pretty popular, right? You won't be able to. Because you're a cyborg and you have an upper limit on your power? You're not a limit-breaking type? Little stroll in nature. It's rather nice, isn't it? For these occasional breaks, one would implode under all that pressure. Also the issue of your dead fish eyes and slack facial muscles. Why can't you just shine? Oh no, Saitama is so charming. More importantly than appearance, what I really want is you to radiate positivity from within. Oh, that's the look of somebody who's really bored. He's like impressed for just a second. I think Saitama is acting. Maybe what you need is a break, something to cheer you up. Spa? Spa trip? Onsen? The faces! The faces are just getting sadder and sadder. My real name is Buto. Ooh. Beauty, but also kind of robot-y. I don't know. I'm just gonna keep pushing this theory. I've made my bed, so I'll just lie in it completely. And if I'm right, ooh, you'll never hear the end of it. But if I'm wrong, you will very quickly hear the end of it. That's the power of being the one who's actually recording the videos. Okay. Did you become a hero? This no. I'm quite interested to see this backstory because, as I said, I think he's a cyborg. Always had an inferiority complex with my ugly appearance. To compensate for it, I thought I should at least be beautiful on the inside and live my life adhering to strict moral principles. Okay. Appearance. Yeah, he's not ugly anymore. Around 3 years ago, right after the Hero Association was established, I challenged the Hero exam. The regional review process was even more lax than it is today. Everyone got a pass. Battle for rankings was intense. Started from C-class. After just 2 months, fewer than 1 in 10 remained. Very hesitant to show my face in the beginning. I always wear a mask while conducting hero activities. Started to have fans. They really wanted me to reveal my face. I didn't. Secret mask. So that's why he's, yeah. That's why it's still mask. The mask part remained. Now it's become kind of a metaphorical mask. I don't have much to trust any of this, though. He's acting so sincerely and kindly towards Saitama, just stating his intents. But could it all be a trick? Could this actually still just be some 12th level deception for him to get some personal goal that he really wants? But I don't know. It's like not clear that he actually has ulterior motives ever. He's just very ruthless. Sudden the fear of revealing my face. Contrary to that fear and anxiety, my body became extraordinarily strong. Back then I didn't know why. An accident broke my face in battle, revealing my face that I absolutely wanted no one to see. Action from people around the world was. Ooh. Reflection of my face in the puddle was like another person. So at that moment I had understood what happened to my body. A body that was strengthened manyfold through unnatural means. An appearance that had coincidentally transformed. Because I had cursed my ugliness, I had become a monster. Just sulking about it for a while, I started thinking about the positives. Decided to continue with my hero activities. Fake handsome face became widely known. So he's actually like a monster. The transformation was a monstrous transformation. No matter how many good deeds I perform, no one would pay attention to me. People are simply blinded by outward beauty. Before I realized I had become just like them. As of today, I have yet to reveal my real face to anyone. This seems all quite sincere. This seems all very legit. I don't know. He's so normally contrarian, won't really be bossed around by anyone, gets into fights with even people stronger than himself. But it almost seems like in the face of Saitama, in the face of such overwhelming pressure and power and just certain defeat that he of course can recognize, he's just 180'd. This is his other mode. He's going to suck up to Saitama and try to connect with him as deeply as possible. I hope you can trust me when I said I wanted to help produce you. It came from a place of genuine justice. Well, let me be honest. In actuality, I'm sensing that my mind is gradually monsterizing. I think killing monsters is the only way I've managed to stay on humanity's side. Faced with a situation where I can only save one side, I will choose to sacrifice the side with the smallest number without hesitation. Even though I will act like I struggled with that choice. Whoa. Justice will become just another symbol, and I will completely cease to understand what it means to be human. So that's how he reattaches him. He's just actually a monster. He's just a monster that happened to be fighting other monsters. But he's really no different than Ugmon, Ugly Führer, because he cursed his own ugliness. He was so vain, he was so obsessed with appearance that he monsterified into this beautiful demonic person. This is really interesting. His brain now is monsterifying. And this explains all of his behavior. This explains why he was so quick to kill the alien hostages, why he, in the remake, massacred all the people wearing the battle suits. Because he is actually a monster, and what little remains of his humanity is mostly a facade. I'd like someone to inherit my ideals while I still have some of my humanity left. Can you understand that, Saitama-kun? See, Saitama has also struggled with some overlapping things here. What it means to be human. Can he actually feel human anymore? Can he actually relate to humanity? That isolation from absolute power. I just love this idea of justice will become just another symbol. That there won't be any real inherent meaning. It's just a motivator to do something. Just kind of a thing in your decision matrix. No different than any other one. I feel like Saitama thinks that way too sometimes. He's just doing it for fun. It just seems like the most fun direction to go in. Ha! Falling bird poop. What is you? In order to preserve the ideals of people, you can never lose. That condition's absolute. Let's see. He's got a good point. I mean, oh, excuse me. People love watching One Punch Man, right? Like, it's almost like a meta commentary on the popularity of the series. Sorry, but I have to say no. This curated way of living sounds like a lot of trouble. Shouldn't there be someone else more suitable? See, this used to bug him, you know, and I don't think it's like character inconsistency that this sort of thing doesn't bug Saitama anymore. It's just that he's actually grown as a person. He's seen how small it is to get worked up over stuff like that. Now he's really and truly living for himself. Yeesh. Stuff will play out everything else. Look at this hypothetical Saitama in his streetwear. Whew. We need to continue defeating monsters like you've been doing all this time. Guarantee it'll become an instant hit. Look at this, like, armor, the mask, the flowing cape. 2 weeks your fan mail will arrive by the truckload. Long lines for your Sun events. Every company would want you to sponsor the product. Famous people from all walks of life would want to greet you at parties. Sounds like a puppet. Yeah. Well, that's what this looks exactly like. That Sweet Mask is manipulating him, like a puppet or an action figure. When an ideal hero cares about the attention of others. Compared to that, how do you view yourself? Isn't how you view yourself more important? After all, we're human. We're human. Yeah, this is just like exactly against every single thing he's been saying. Like, he went into herodom because he was tired of going unrecognized for his other moral duties. The way he viewed himself turned out to be irrelevant because his face had transformed so handsomely and that made him super powerful. The way he views himself is the truth. He's a monster. But his monstrousness has so far not been anywhere near as important as his ability to perform heroics. And he's not human. Point by point. Just incidentally, because Saitama was obviously not paying attention. And here, oh no, he's losing it. Sweet Mask is losing it. Oh, it's evening. I promised Genos I would spar with him today. I need to go. I'm gonna grab some food. Let me know. I'll come again. It's just the food. It's just because he likes to go to expensive restaurants. So I don't know. Is that where will this go from here? They want to return that badly. Pay for the door repairs. Yeah, you had to bust the lock open. Not giving up yet. There's a critical time to determine whether the hero association I nurtured can stand firm. What will happen next? Oh, okay. Killer clown monster. Saitama already long gone, I'm sure. So this, I think, will be the battle of this guy, Clown, and Sweet Mask, where Sweet Mask might finally hit the outer edge of his humanity, of his sanity. But then Saitama doesn't know or care. I don't know. Lots and lots of directions this could go in. And we're going to find out which one it is, because there's yet another chapter. Oh my gosh. This is the last one, though, right? Yeah. We're going to be up to date after this. Imagine that. Being up to date on a manga. It's been so long. Okay. Bye-bye.